This is the last week before my event 25 Days of Shoujo Manga kicks off, and I'm really excited for some of the news because it's not Shoujosei related that it launched or was announced this past week, so I could talk about it. Hello friends, happy Monday. So very excited that you're here. We have so many wonderful things to talk about this week. Very excited. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into one of the biggest things that was announced this week. I was about to ramble. That is that the Twisted Wonderland anime does exist, that it is coming October 2025. No confirmation yet for when it's coming to the US because it's gonna be streaming on Disney Plus, and I am just so stoked. I mean, like, this was a huge announcement just because I feel like I wasn't into Twisted Wonderland when the game launched in the US or even before that. But I feel like, if I remember right, this anime, there was an announcement, we'll say 2 to 3 years ago, and then there's been nothing. And you know what they did though for this announcement? They said, we're not gonna have just 1 season coming your way, not just 2 seasons coming your way. That's right, they're gonna have 3 different seasons. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is incredible. It's gonna be following the manga, and it's each of the books for like the manga, how the game is broken up, will get its own season. So we're gonna see Riddle in all of his glory in season 1. Season 2, we're gonna see all of Leona in his glory, and I'm gonna have all the mixed feelings because I have a lot of feelings. And then for season 3, we're gonna have if I was interested in Wonderland, we're gonna have my house warden, Azul, and all the boys, and I'm really excited because that's my favorite. I'm hoping that they're gonna follow the Yu that is in the manga because I love the one in the first book, but the one with Azul, that Yu, he is everything. I'm like, you are exactly how I would be if I was interested in Wonderland because I'm so naive, so gullible, and Azul, he would take advantage of that. He would take advantage of that. But ramble aside, look at this anime promo that they did. It looks beautiful, a wonderful. Idia looks incredible, my best boy. I'm very excited. I really love how all the house warrants look like, but Idia is the focus for me because, again, that's my best boy right there. I love his character. Very excited, and it was really funny because 3 different people tagged me. They're like, look at this, and I'm like, hold the phone. We gotta go check some sources because I ain't taking any just like random accounts saying it's coming, because I feel like there's just been too many accounts that are leaking information or sharing stuff, and it ain't true. And so I was like, I checked 2 different sources when I saw that Disney Plus Japan had shared it, and then I found another article that actually broke down who the production team is. I don't have that tweet on me right now, but I will say I really feel like this anime is in fantastic hands. I'm so stoked. I am so incredibly stoked. Really hope that Disney Plus in the US, that they do not drop the ball. Please do this justice. Don't flub this. Don't drop it. You need to pick it up early because right now, all I've seen, there's only been confirmation that Disney Plus Asia will be getting this October 2025. And I really hope that it quickly follows for us because I have loved the manga. I do have a first impression of the first volume. I didn't do a video review for the full series. I don't remember why I didn't right now, but I loved Twisted Wonderland, and this was such amazing news. And if that was not the only anime news that like completely shocked, I feel like the internet, it was Anne of Green Gables getting a reboot. Now, mind you, I guess I should say, I've actually never seen the first anime, the original anime of Anne of Green Gables, never read the books or any of that, so I have very little experience with this story in general, but I really feel like it made some waves, some tsunami-sized waves, when the news came out that it's going to be coming in April 2025. I don't think this was on anybody's bingo board that this would be announced, and just from the promo image they shared here, and honestly, I think maybe there is a trailer, but I have not seen it if there is. So I do not know, but I think she looks fantastic. And I'm really excited because I don't have any comparisons. So I won't have that struggle of like, I love the original, don't want anything to change about it, and then having the reboot. And then when you're sort of like subconsciously comparing the two, I feel like that's like a natural thing to do, at least for me. And so I won't have that. So I'm excited for this. Definitely want to check it out, and very excited for anybody who has loved this story and wanting to see hype of it again, because the hype hype seems real and even more hype is going to be coming. And since we're talking about anime, one thing I wanted to feature, it's not a new anime that's coming or an anime announcement, but there's a Nina the Starry Bride fan account that's actually running a fan contest where you can submit fan art, video edits, and fan fiction and enter to win a crazy amount of Nina the Starry Bride merch. I mean, like, if you are a huge Nina the Starry Bride fan, like, this contest is for you. She has a variety of different, not tiers, but said different entries or something like that where you can enter to win so much stuff. Like, and anybody that, if I remember when I was reading through, because she has a series of tweets explaining what you can do to enter, how to enter, and what you can win, that every person who enters this contest will receive a Nina the Starry Bride postcard. You can receive that. And when I saw this, I was like, I have to share about this because the amount of merch, y'all, I was just like, this is like the ultimate, like, if you're a set fan, she's got a set merch pack winner set just for you. If you're an Azor fan, she's got that too. Like, she's delivering to both shipping people here. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, go check it out, see what you can win, see how to enter, because I think really it's just really simple of to submit into this contest. You use, I think it was a hashtag, you tag the account, and then you wait till I think December 10th is when this giveaway ends. It is open international. It is open international. So again, go check it out if you are a Nina the Starry Bride fan and want to win some merch. Now, do you guys know who has really been popping off lately that has been so incredibly cool to see? K Manga. I feel like the past few weeks we've talked about something that K Manga has dropped a new series, and y'all, they dropped 3 different Shoujosei series, and I was so incredibly stoked. One of them being Mermaid Boys. Oh my goodness. Do you guys know that Mermaid Boys was the very first manga I ever bought? I was at the beach. I don't think I was pregnant when we went that year, but we went there. We went to the bookstore. I looked at manga for the first time, like in stores. I saw this volume, started reading, and then I promptly sat down in the middle of the aisle and started reading more. And I was like, I read almost this entire book. I need to buy it. And then we went back to where we were staying at the beach because we were on vacation, and I reread it 2 or 3 times in the course of a week on vacation. I love this series. I don't know why. I sold my physical volumes of volume 1 and volume 2. I never got around to reading volume 3, and I'm not sure if because at that time I was still pretty new to manga, I feel like. I'm not sure if it's because I heard the series went on hiatus and I was afraid how like volume 3 would end. I don't really know why, but I did go back and reread some of this, and it was so different from what I remember. It's about a young man who is a mermaid prince, and he really finds human legs attractive, I guess you would say. It sounds sort of weird, but he finds this one human specifically very sweet, very kind. He decides that through a series of things, he wants to be human and he wants to get to know this girl. Problem is, this girl is nothing like he thought she was. And so there are so many shenanigans that unfold. And so I'm really, really happy that this is on K Manga. I only read the first chapter, but I plan to read more. It made my day to see that this was on K Manga. And not just that one. So I don't know how this came up, but I know that in the Discord server that I have, it's been brought up, and K Manga actually got this newer dessert series, or it's in dessert, and that is In So Deep It's Love Already. I don't know much about this, and I just realized that on the tweet here that they didn't put what it's about, and I'm like, yo, I didn't look up what it's about beforehand. I think that this guy is very tundra. You know, let's just go look at it, because like I said, I don't really know much about it, but I've seen so much art for it and so curious because it just looks like a fun read. Oh my goodness, the blurb is already opening up saying that the main girl, she doesn't want to live for actual boys, she wants to live for her idol, and this guy transfers and he looks somewhat similar to her idol. But oh my goodness, but he glares at girls saying, don't even think about talking to me on the very first day, but she's intrigued and learns his secret. What is his secret? Y'all, I gotta go read it. I gotta go read it. Not right now, but I gotta go read it. But I am so excited to see this on here because I've just been so curious. So I feel like even if I don't love this series, like after I start reading, I'm so thankful for K Manga and the chance to try this series. Like, what a huge win. So very stoked for that. And then this morning, shout out to my friend Jess, Kawaii Heart. She had shared in the Discord that there was a new Josei manga on K Manga, and I was like, K Manga, you're popping, buddy. And that is a Nico colored canvas, an art school comedy full of eccentric personalities. Now, if you remember right, or if you knew that this volume 1 at least was digitally licensed, we got this 2 years ago, a year ago. It's locked in digital jail. And I've always wanted to try it because the promo art here just looks so fun and so cool. And so I didn't even realize that it was an art school comedy, but I'm very excited for this. Definitely gonna be trying this later today as well. And just really excited. Like all three of these felt like big wins to me, but especially the Deep Love one. Yes. So excited to read it. And talking about wins, now you guys know I love 7 Seas. I feel like they're the GOAT publisher, and I feel this past week with their licenses, a lot of people felt that way because they did another license rescue, but this time it was a novel, and that was The 12 Kingdoms. This does have an anime. I've never seen it. I honestly don't know anything about it, but seeing the hype, the excitement for this series from a variety of people, people I'm friends with, people I don't even know, I was like, I need to get up on this apparently, and because I guess that Tokyo Pop long time ago was releasing the original novels, never finished. Now 7 Seas is giving us brand new translation, brand new covers. This cover looks stunning. I feel like this is an isekai, but I don't remember if that was fully true. It says experience a quest for survival and self-discovery as one girl finds herself lost in a strange unknown world. I'm very, very intrigued after just hearing just that one little snippet there, and yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. I feel like my husband said he tried the anime and didn't enjoy it, but I don't know if it was just not the right time for him or if it wasn't what he was looking for, because the cover love is strong, y'all. It's strong, it's strong. They did have one other license that I do want to talk about, and it is a manga one. And it's also another josei, and it is 2 volumes, and that is I'll Forget You Starting Today, Senpai. From what I was gathering, this woman, she's older now, she's an adult, and she meets through like some matchmaking service, she meets her high school boyfriend, but he doesn't remember her. And I was like, he doesn't remember her? And I'm not sure if she's trying to do things for him to remember her or what, but I'm assuming there's going to be a rekindling of a relationship here. I'm very, very intrigued, excited that we're getting more josei manga. I don't know anything else about this one, if like, you know, if people have read it before and could say it's like really good or not, but I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm really looking forward to this next one. It's not a license per se, but I was scrolling on Twitter and I happened to come across it, and that is The Villainess and Villain Try to Avoid Another Unhappy Ending. This is a digital manga, and it appears it's going to be releasing as chapters rather than full volumes. And let me just tell y'all, I was intrigued because the cover, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, I love it, it's great, and has the word villainous. So I was like, oh, win-win. But let me read you just the opening blurb that they have on Bookwalker. A hardworking girl reincarnates as a villainess in a light novel. At the same time, a decent businessman reincarnates as a villain prince in the same story. They meet and fall in love. Y'all, it was a done deal. I literally did not even read the rest of the blurb of this because I was so excited to hear the villainess and the villain reincarnate at the same time. Y'all, it was a done deal. I've already pre-ordered the first chapter on Amazon. It does show on Bookwalker. You get a free preview. It's like 3 pages. It shows you nothing. And I was like, that's okay. I'm still super stoked. So both of them are honest people. They were great in their past life. Now they're stuck in this light novel. And yeah, I think they said they see each other for the first time. It was instant love. And I said, yep, I am sold. I am done, or done deal, I should say. Really, really, really looking forward to this. I'm only going to pre-order the first chapter. The other chapters are $1.99 each, which typically I don't do, but I need to know how it starts. But I am very, very excited for this. Oh my gosh, that was not the only really exciting thing. Honestly, this is like a huge news. So, you know, we've talked about before, Veil. There have been very few updates. I know I did a manga news video even talking about how the last Veil update we got was that there were printer issues. I think that was over this summer. Volumes 1 through 4 have been translated already, and they're in lettered and they're ready to go. They just need to be printed. Well, this past weekend, Manga Alert shared a tweet saying that Veil was up for pre-order on Barnes & Nobles and had a release date of, it was March 11th, 2025. And I was like, what? And I couldn't find the Barnes & Noble's link, but I found it on Amazon, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I was so stoked. And the price was like, I think it was $15.99. I was like, it's so cheap, because if you remember right, when we got the original license, last year, Udon confirmed that it was going to be a 2-to-1 omnibus hardcover. If you look at the listing on Amazon and Barnes & Noble's, it shows it's a paperback and it's 1 volume, volume 1. And if you go on Barnes & Noble's, shout out to Starry team, she even shared with me the link for the one on Barnes & Noble's, because Manga Alerts only did a screenshot, and I don't know why. But if you go on there, volume 1 and volume 2 are up for pre-order, and I said, oh my goodness. And yes, I don't know why there's a change, but the official English Veil edition is up for pre-order with a single paperback volume 1 and a single paperback for volume 2. Y'all, I'm excited. I'm actually more excited that's a single volume in paperback because if you've seen the other editions of Veil, you can put volume 1 and volume 2 together and the leaves are sitting on a couch, and I want that. I'm not a fan of hardcovers, so since it was a paperback that's coming out, single volumes, I feel like this was a huge win. And like somebody said, it's just a huge win to have an update, to know it is coming March 2025 with volume 2 coming out in May of 2025. Hopefully nothing hinders this release or anything, but I'm so excited because I didn't mention it, I think I did mention it in my upcoming video of my most anticipated releases of 2025, but I know in my anticipated releases of 2024, when I filmed that last December, I did mention Veil, and I'm so excited, y'all, that it is finally coming. We're gonna be able to get it. Yes, it's gonna be amazing, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Also, talking about previous manga news videos, I believe it was last week, I mentioned how there were a variety of slipcases and box sets. One of those slipcase manga was the Star Clock Liddell. This is a 3-volume series. It's a classic shoujo coming into English print for the very first time. Now, it was a little bit upsetting, if that's the right word, that after I filmed that video, after I posted it, I saw a tweet saying Star Clock Liddell was actually sold out on Glacier Bay Books' website, and I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I wanted to come and follow up about that because if you saw the video or found out about it or you were waiting to pre-order this and now you're like, you know, panicked because you're like, maybe like me, you didn't put in that pre-order yet, then you're like, oh my goodness, I lost the opportunity. No, Glacier Bay Books did an official tweet saying it's not out of stock. They disabled the listing to fix some things on the back end. So it's coming. It's not gone because I think it goes all the way to the end of December. So definitely don't worry there. So I wanted to mention this because I definitely felt alarmed, happily alarmed, you know what I mean, that so many people had bought it. I don't know how many listings they had or anything, or how many items they had in stock for it, but it was just really, really surreal. So again, Star Clock Liddell, not officially sold out or out of stock. It is coming back. The listing will. Definitely click that little black button they have on their website saying notify me by email when it comes back in stock because you will get notified. And if that was not all, with all these amazing news that are coming out, even Deppa had some news about They Were 11. Now I'm going to share this image here, and I have been trying to figure out what the heck is this. I thought originally it was the actual paperback volume of They Were 11, but it's not. I don't know what this is, but I can say this is big news in the sense we have an update finally, and Dippa says if the schedule keeps up, we'll get office copies late December and finals mid-January. So we officially should be getting They Were 11 within the next few months, you know, sometime early next year, hopefully before spring. But it looks great, and somebody mentioned that the quality of this, you can see it through the image, and I think they are 100% right. I didn't realize that this appears to be a colored manga. Does anybody know if it is? Because seeing those colored pages had me like, what? I thought this was just a black and white manga. So I knew that it had some colored pages, I believe, because I think Dippa did say that, but to see a lot more color than I was expecting has me really, really excited. Though this next bit of news is not nearly as exciting because if you were a fan of The King's Beast, which is licensed and publishing right now, it's ongoing in English, this little bit of news will not be exciting because the creator officially came out and said, including this month's chapter, there's only 3 more chapters left. It's currently in the climax, and she's going to do one little extra story, and then The King's Beast will be officially completed in Japanese. Yeah, it's coming to an end, and while I'm not reading this series, I was really shocked because I feel like there's been so much momentum based off of what I've seen friends share about this series, so it felt like an emotional whiplash to know that there's only 3 more chapters left. I mean, I guess you could say 4 if you include the extra little side story that is going to come. I hope that it ends on a really strong note. Somebody said that they felt that was way too short for all of the different things that are happening, and hopefully that is not fully the case, or that at least it will end on a really strong, very good note. I really hope that it does. So just prepare your heart and know that it's coming to an end, unfortunately. On a little bit of happier news though, so you know how we got Villainess Destined to Die, that finally it came off of hiatus and we finally are getting it back on the Tapas app? Well, they had mentioned originally, we talked about this in another manga news video, they were going to do a 2-episode drop for the debut of it coming back from hiatus, and then it go on a 1-week episode, new episode. Well, here, this person that I follow that's a huge Villainess Destined to Die fan shared that there were 10 episodes dropped at once for the Villainess Destined to Die manhwa, and I was like, oh my goodness. it is. I was really excited to see that. I'm not going to read it because I know I will double dip on this series. So I'm waiting. I'm just reading physically, but I'm really, really excited. So if you have been, again, wanting to catch up on this series and it's back, just know you have 10 episodes that you can go read at once, which that is awesome. And this next little bit of news is for the UK fans. I thought this was really cool that Inklore Books, that they had mentioned that if you go to certain stores, which they do mention, I will leave it right here. If you go, I guess, to any of these stores in the UK, that you can actually get some character cards whenever you buy Under the Oak Tree, the novel or the manhwa. And it's while supplies last. Somebody did mention that they tried going to one of the stores that was tagged and they were fully out of stock of the books, but hopefully you can go to one of these stores and get it because I'm like, how cool is that? I love character cards. I am a junkie for those, so I'm always excited when we see merch getting that. And plus, these two character cards look really good of the main leads. So yeah, if you live in the UK and one of those stores is near you and not too far away, go check out and see if they have the character cards and go get yourself some after ordering, you know, either the manhwa or the novel of Under the Oak Tree. And speaking of coming, Hi, I'm a Witch and My Crush Wants to Make a Love Potion, Volume 5. We have an official cover reveal. It is the Japanese volume because I know a few weeks ago I mentioned that the artist shared a sneak peek and now we have the full cover and look at them. They look so cute. I am so excited because I'm loving this series and I wanted to share this cover just so we can all know Volume 5 eventually will come in English and I can't wait to see what happens next. But we do have some English cover reveals and we're going to talk about those, especially this one right here, In the Name of the Mermaid Princess, Volume 6. I am obsessed with this cover. We need more orange covered manga. We need it, y'all. We need it and I love it. It looks beautiful. I'm worried about the bells. I just read Volume 4 like 2 days ago and I'm worried about what those bells mean, but Lo here looks amazing. She looks fantastic. And not just here, Yona on Yona of the Dawn, Volume 44. We have a cover reveal for that. I mean, Hawk looks great too. And Zeno walking away. Lots of things. I saw lots of spoilers, had a lot of upsetness because please, if you're going to share Yona of the Dawn scans and spoilers, please mark those spoilers. Be a great person and just mark them. Just mark them. But yeah, it looks amazing. I feel like people have said that the butterflies mean something. There's some kind of symbolism, but I don't know what it is, that I'm sort of nervous, but I hope that it ends strong and ends well. Looks very, very beautiful. And not just that, but Hina here looking great on Otaku Vampire's Love Bite Volume 3. I'm obsessed with this cover as well. Beautiful. Hina's just shining and I love this cover. It looks fantastic. She's one of the greatest and coolest Otaku that there is around. And then Kodansha had 2 different cover reveals and that was Fall in Love You False Angels coming in February. They look beautiful. I really love what they did with the font. It just looks very gorgeous and really excited to try this. This one is on the K Manga app. No, I have not read past chapter 1. I think it was like past chapter 3, but I really enjoyed what I read. Really excited. Also, the Ayakashi Hunter's Tainted Bride, which is also on K Manga, got a beautiful cover reveal. I'm really excited for this one. I have not seen a lot of excitement, but I have read quite a bit of it on K Manga. And my friend Maeve, I think she said she read all of it and she loved it. Yeah, I'm planning to get it. I've been on the fence, but yeah, I'm gonna get it physically just because it was really good. They said My Happy Marriage meets Noragami. Haven't read Noragami, but it does have some very heavy My Happy Marriage vibes. So chances are if you like My Happy Marriage, you probably will like this one. And last but definitely not least, we have one from Yen Press, and that's I picked up this World Strategy Guide. I'm really excited for this Shoujosei. It's giving me all the steampunk vibes. I'm here for it. I don't really know any steampunk manga like this, and for it to be in the Shoujosei demo as well, we are winning, we are eating, and I hope it's really, really good. I really love it. Looks beautiful, looks stunning. If I'm remembering right, I do feel like this is a colored manga. I hope it is. I'm really excited. And that is everything that I have for you guys. I'm so excited for everything. I am so excited for everything. It has just been so amazing, and I would love to hear from you, friend. What are you most excited for? Is there some manga news that I didn't share that you would love to tell me about? Please don't hesitate to share, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!